local businessman here. I wanted to be the first to welcome you. Of course, there's not a lot of competition for that. Most of the locals cleared out when the Dark Savant arrived. He and his troopers have terrorized this place, but hey, it's made my business easier, no one being home and all. Speaking of business, I've got a line on a little rescue for profit mission and could use some help. You look perfect for the job. You up for it? Perfect. Like I said, these troopers have done a number on Arnika. I just saw them kidnap someone. Good-looking woman, too. Not that I wouldn't rescue an ugly woman if there were money in it. I'm not biased. Anyway, these troopers took her over by the crash site. From there, I lost track. I figure she must be somewhere nearby. I would have rescued her myself, but there's not enough of me to go around that many troopers. The crash site's straight north of here. When you're ready to go, we'll go together. Of course, you probably have some questions first. There was something familiar about her, but I couldn't get a good look. It all happened so fast. Them things are dangerous. Now, bear in mind that I'm on a learning curve too. I don't know a lot about them. What I do know is that they're somehow attached to the Dark Savant, and that they keep coming out of that giant tower of his. The police here, the HLL, they kill 20 of them, another 20 come right out. It's like they're machines or something. Yeah, 4 days ago, we had a spaceship plow through a nice chunk of the city. Not exactly the best landing I've ever seen, but then again, they say the Dark Savant shot it down. It's straight north through the city. You can't miss it. The Hegadi Lunar Legion. Our version of the law. They seem a bit high-strung right now. That's my name. Not too much to say about me. Oh, there's rumors, but I suggest you ignore them. The monastery's the headquarters of your religious types here. It's north and west of town, down the road a bit. I ignore them. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, a spaceship, you know? They land here all the time, or they did until the Dark Savant started shooting them down. Keep it down. I don't want everybody in on my business. You might say he's the worst thing that ever happened to Arnika. I mean, he comes out of nowhere, creates this giant tower in the middle of town, and then sends these troopers to ransack what's left, and that's not all. Here, we used to get all kinds of visitors, you know? Now he's shooting ships right out of the sky like it's a shooting gallery or something. Tell you what, Lord Braffett probably knows a lot more than me, and he's right in town here. The Hegadi. You've got one right in front of you. One of the remaining ones, that is. Dark Savant scared off most of us. Practically legend around here. He stole the Destine Dominus right out of the monastery. Guy's a master. I'm sure it's worth a little something to you. Trenton, huh? It's not too far from Arnika. Real problem is that those little buggers, Trini, they're called, take anything that's not nailed down. You go there. I suggest you keep a close eye on your stuff. I'm eager to get going. I'll be honest with you, Arnika's a mess right now. Then again, you picked a heck of a time to visit. A year ago, beautiful city with wonderful people. Then the Dark Savant arrived and wrecked the place. Still, I can give you a few recommendations. If you want to know what's happening on a streetlight level, there's Helly's, a great bar. You can get a room there, too. There's a couple of shops that are still open, and the bank, of course. Oh, and the temple, if you go in for that sort of thing. The northern section of town takes you right to Helly's and her bar. Yeah, I've been there many times. Of course, their security is pretty tight, and you have to be a client to get in. A guy like me doesn't get into temples much. You're better off going there and finding out yourself. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Keep your distance. A small breeze is enough to put those boys in a bad mood. Got one here in Arnika, in fact. Antone's his name. Heard a rumor about him. I'm sure it's worth a little something, too. Now, you didn't hear this from me, but I've noticed a couple of people here sporting really nice stuff, custom-made. Apparently, this Rapax has decided to sell a few custom pieces, and only to people in the know. Ask him about his armor. I'm sure it's worth a little something, too. The Trini? Nice enough. Long as you don't mind them being small, furry, and kind of stupid. Funny you bring them up, though. Rumor has it that they're looking for a little help over Trinton Way. Seems they got some kind of infestation. Not really my line of work, but I thought I'd give you the heads up. With what? I was trying to place them as either vegetable, animal, or mineral, and I just can't do it. I don't know a lot about them myself, other than they've moved into Mount Gygus. I'm sure it's worth a little something, too. Now there's an interesting case for you. Outsiders just like you, except smarter and taller and, well, perhaps in a bit better shape. They've moved right into a building here in Arnika. Vacancy rates being what they are. Not letting anyone in either. Believe me, I tried. I'm sure it's worth a little something, too. Fee, you understand. Ask Graffit about it. He's really your man for religious matters. That's something you really should ask Graffit about. Now, that would be a prize catch. Of course, you'll never find it. It was stolen a long, long time ago, and if I haven't found it, no one will. I'm sure it's worth a little something, too. Of course I know the place. Just a bunch of caves, really. Good place to go if you need to lie low for a while. Those, what do they call themselves? Umpani? They moved in up there. I bet they haven't explored those caves. I hear there's stuff hidden in them. He He's sort of the Haggardi spiritual leader, you might say. In normal people terms, that just means he's lived long enough to know most everything that's worth knowing. Look me up regular. I can always use some help here and there. It's about time we get this rescue mission going. The Broad will be dead by the time we get there. Of course I'll join you. Like I said, I figure they're by the crash site somewhere. Let's go get her.
class.
Scanning. No HLL identification. Access denied.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Right then. Right then. Right then.
Look at those things. take a well-deserved...
This lot is no match for me. Right then. Sorry, happens to the best of us.
I think I kicked it. Feeling a lot better.
Ah, that's a relief.
you are. I was expecting the Dark Savant. And no offense, but you look like a bunch of schoolgirls compared to him. His troopers locked me up in here, and I was expecting him any minute. And we've already had one run-in too many. Say, let's get out of here before he comes looking for me. Oh, and I haven't even introduced myself. My name's Vitalia, but you can call me Vi.
Something more in this for us. Let's take her where she wants to go. Sometimes you have to wait for the payoff, if you know what I mean.
Well, we do have a lot of stuff to do. Stick around, and you'll learn all you need to know about me. Miles? Miles? Who doesn't know Miles? Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but times... The monastery? It's the home of the Brotherhood of the Ascension. It's northwest of Arnika. All the answers you're looking for are in the temple's walls. It's just in the center of Arnika. If I hear anything, trust me, I'll tell you. Well, we do have a lot of stuff to do. I'm all right, thanks. Well, we do have a lot of stuff to do. Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but... Hi. If you don't know who he is, you will soon enough. I met him when I was young, barely 20. He was visiting Dominus on some diplomatic mission, or so he said. He was nice, you know, interesting in a fatherly sort of way. He asked me if I wanted to take a ride, tour the galaxy in style, and I thought, what's the harm? It took me almost 7 years to get back home. The longest 7 years of my life. The fallout wasn't pretty. I mean, look what it did to my eye. What was my eye. Now he's back on Dominus, and who knows what he wants. I really don't want to talk about it, okay? Leave it alone. Higadi? That's me. I remember hearing about him. He stole the Destiny Dominus from the monastery. It was way before my time. They chased him through Trenton, Martin's Bluff, that's how it got its name, and who knows where else. They never did find him or the Destiny Dominus. It's a fort, really, but a tricky one. See, when this fellow Martin was trying to avoid the HLL, he built the place. Rumor has it that there's all sorts of traps to keep people out. I hear the Trang are living there now. There's 2 things you need to know about Trenton. 1, they've got some of the best magic on this planet. And 2, cute as they might be, the Trini will take anything that's not nailed or tied down. Lately, I hear they've been having problems over there, though. More than their usual share. Listen, I don't... So much to say about it. I grew up here, you know. It wasn't like this then, of course. I mean, it was an actual town with actual people. What's happened here really makes me hate the Dark Savant. Him and that stupid tower. Some things are better left unsaid. They might act tough, mean, and deadly. That's because they are tough, mean, and deadly. The friendliest and sneakiest things on Dominus. All around, though, the Trini are well liked. They live high up in the trees in Trenton, and are mostly known for their magic. There isn't much that happens in the universe that the Trang don't have a hand in. Well, and the Umpani too. It seems the Trang and the Umpani are always at odds, even here on Dominus. They're one of the greatest trading cartels in the universe, and very powerful. Unless, of course, you ask the Trang, who will tell you that they're the most powerful. You know how that goes. I don't know any more than you do. You should ask about it at the temple. You should ask about it at the temple. The minions of the Dark Savant. Really, they're just machines, you know. But they're programmed to do his bidding. And you can be sure it's not good. The Hegadi Lunar Legion. They're like the police. It's our most sacred object. Funzang himself gave it to the Hegadi, so you can imagine why everyone was so ticked off when Martin stole it. The monks believe it represents all the gods' knowledge. If we could understand it, if we could find it, well, I guess we'd almost be cosmic lords ourselves. All the answers you're looking for are in the temple's walls. It's just in the center of Arnika. I think it's something you'll come to understand. The Cosmic Lords, Funzang being the one we know, are a source of strength and inspiration for the people of Dominus and many other worlds. I don't mean to be rude, but times... Well, we do have a lot of stuff to do. Mount Gyges, huh? It's a tough place, full of caves and creatures and who knows what. Last I heard, the Umpani had set up an outpost there. I know him well. He's at the temple in Arnika. He was like a father to me when I was young. Funzang. Yes, he's a cosmic lord. Let's go. Goodness, those troopers really did a number on me. I was planning to visit some friends before they grabbed me. Maybe we could go together. I was hoping to see Helly at her bar, or Lord Braffett in the temple. I don't care which we go to first.
I am a holographic projection of Screg, leader of this expedition to Dominus. We have no comment at this time. You refer to our vessel. It is of no interest to you. The Mook are a peaceful group of spacefaring investigators. Do not be alarmed. It would be premature to say. We have... It would be premature. I cannot... We have... Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is the United Mook Alliance. Yes, a planet approximately 1.48 trillion miles that way. Goodbye.
See you around.
Ah!
Yes, that's much better.
The United Mook Alliance is on a... Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ah! I think I kicked it. Feeling a lot better.
Can you see who that is? Well, look at you. I wondered when I'd get a chance to see you with my own eyes. Aliens and all. Old Tremaine told me you was in town. Oh, he don't miss nothing. Between me and him, we're probably the only two left with any wits about us. Everyone else has gone crazy since the tower showed up. Oh, but you didn't come here for my opinions, now did you? Obviously, you've come to do a little shopping. Welcome to the marina. I'm Anna. Ran the marina before the troopers upended my ship. You're free to check it out yourself. Enough of this small... Know her, do you? You know she was with that savant for a good 5 years? I don't trust her. Miles? Ah, well, what's to say about Miles that ain't already been said? Enough of this small talk. I listen to as many as I can. Been better. My boat don't look like it's sailing anywhere but the bottom, fellas. What's it worth to you? Between you and me, since the Savant showed up, everyone's lost their minds. The HLL are making fools of themselves. They act like they're ready to take on the Savant army of troopers, but they can't even stop a few robbers. And the Brotherhood, they ain't much better. They're convinced that everything's going according to some divine plan,
Divine my butt! They just refuse to see the truth that's right in front of their faces. Truth is, there ain't no divine plan, and no one has any idea how to get rid of the savant. The way I see it, there's only one way out. Forget trying to kill him and outsmart him instead. He wants the cosmic circle? Get there first. A religious order, not really my kind of thing. Yeah, we're the chosen ones, if you listen to the zealots in the temple. I guess that's why we got chosen for them trooper things and that abomination across town. I don't know a whole lot about him, to tell you the truth. Tremaine does, though. I've never been. Sad, isn't it? But I can't spend all my day lamenting what's happened. Sure don't look the same with that big tower here, though. Don't let it worry you. Just keep your distance, that's all. Mindless little squirts. Woo-hoo! Look like they should be bait, you ask me. Oh, you mean them things with the horn sticking out where a nose should be? I can't make no sense of them. You might ask Kelly. She gets around. Not that way. You know what I mean. What's it worth to you? Okay, here's what I've heard. You know our old town hall? Well, rumor has it that they have some kind of special thing that's just like the Destiny Dominus. Ooh, but they're not letting anyone in to look at it. Me? I figure they're waiting to hear from the Trang or Umpanny first. Just a hunch. You'd be better off asking Brafford about that one. You'd be better off... Those things. Couldn't have been more than an hour after the tower appeared. Them things was all over the city. They're not even real, you know. They're machines. I saw a few of the HLL fellas take one on in a fight. Ooh, wasn't pretty. But I got something against those troopers. Something I got from those Trang things. A stun gun. I guess it short-circuits them or something. Cost me an arm and a leg, but worth every penny. My hearing's giving me trouble again. My hearing's giving me trouble again. It's the only one I have, and I can't part with it. I won't part with it. I'm sure you can get your own. It's not like I'm being selfish about it. The local police force, for what they're worth. That old thing was lying around the monastery for a good 100, 200 years, until Martin decided it had been on exhibit long enough. You ask about it at the temple. I'm sure they got tons of information on it. Enough of this small talk. Probably the only Rapax that's safe to talk to. Brotherhood of the Ascension. He's the local leader, I guess you might say. Never been. But say, you should talk to old Tremaine about that. It's been a long time since I heard that name. The Cosmic Lord. Used to be you could rely on him for a miracle, a wish or two. Not anymore. Don't think he's taking requests anymore. You'd be better off asking Brafford about that one. I've never been. Well, you probably know more than I do if you've been out of Arnika. It's a big planet, and, well, I don't travel much. Good guy. Personal friend of mine. To tell you the truth, I don't know what it is. I remember when it came, though. Middle of the night. All of a sudden, it was like 1,000 thunders. I didn't know whether to go outside or just hide. But I went, and that's when I saw the tower, still smoking like it just set down. Thing outside says it's a bomb. And here's one piece of advice you should take to heart. When someone says they got a bomb, you just go along with them, unless you're ready to die. Spoken like a true sailor.
Bye-bye.
First class.
All right.
Goodbye.
Nothing here.
Yeah?
Bloody hell. It's trapped.
Got a trap. Right on.
Hello, strangers. All right.
See you around.
Let's get them, guys. I'm on it.
Taken care of.
Right then. Vosteds trabogen vakni. Vosteds trabogen vakni. Nothing here.
Hey, got something here. Found nothing. Finders keepers.
Nothing here.
Found nothing.
Nothing here. Ah, company.
Well, who have we here? The little galactic explorers. Oh yes, I've heard about you. The Rapax expected someone more formidable, actually. I presume you've come to purchase my weapons and armor. Or perhaps you're looking for a custom piece. Yes, the custom works are my specialty, but you will find them quite expensive. I could craft for you the Xenarix plate, a steel hide breastplate, or featherweight armor. Or perhaps you prefer a weapon. I have two excellent choices. The Beast Slayer Axe or the Ebon Staff. Of course, you will need to provide me the necessary ingredients. Upon completion, you may then pay me for my work. I make the finest weapons and armor available. Ask her yourself. I don't like to repeat myself. Ask him yourself. I do have rumors are below me. Don't bother me with such trivial questions. I do have business to Yes, welcome. Oh yes, I know who he is. And he knows who I am. We shall leave it at that. Stop pestering me with your questions. They are who they are. He is quite dead, so I hear. I will not answer your question. Let me make this clear to you. I have a business to run, and you have your own business to attend to. These two do not intersect, much as you think they might. If it is information you are looking for, then you have come to the wrong place. Weapons and armor. Yes, I can help you. Let us be clear about that. I am neither your ally nor your friend. Arnika. Pity the Hagari have all but gone now. They fear the tower and what's inside. But I won't be scared away. In fact, business has never been better. Don't bother me with such... Certainly you must know something of the Rapax, no? I imagine you will soon enough. If you have learned nothing thus far, commit this to memory. The Rapax are the greatest and most powerful race on this planet, and nothing can stand in the way of our plans. Nothing. I suppose you would like to know, wouldn't you? Yes, of course. Well, I have no plans to tell you. How naive of you to think you can discover the plans of an empire merely by asking one of its most loyal subjects. Ask them yourself. I will not answer your question. You will learn, eventually. I do have business to attend to. Ridiculous little trinket. I will not answer your question. You would waste less of my time if you bothered to Hagani with such questions. You will learn, eventually. Beast Slayer, I require a claw from the Piercer Modai, the wide blade of a cleaver, and a single egg from a greater Picus. When you find these, give them to me. I have made only one of these before. I will be surprised if you can find what I require. A staff from a wood spirit, an Ebon gem, and mommy dust. Yes, a wonderful plate, but created only for the little ones. Fairies, you call them. I will require the following items to complete it. A venom crab shell, a skull from a tomb, and silk from a giant spider. Collect these items and give them to me. You wish steel-hide armor, do you? Yes, I imagine you would. It is the finest leather armor there is. I will require these items to complete it. The hide of a steel-hide crocodile, a venom sac from a poison seeker, and lastly, a form from an iron weed. Collect these items and give them to me. For the featherweight armor, I require the wings from a Tango wasp, a single feather from a plumed serpent, and a darting eye. Bring these to me. Until you return, then.
Sayonara.
You've returned. Yes, I shall put this aside until you bring me the rest. You collect the other items. I shall keep this in the meantime.
Yeah?
Trapped.
Right on!
Nothing here.
You've returned. Until you...
Sayonara. Sealed tight.
I'm with you.
I'm on it.
Taken care of.
much for that.
Wonder what'll happen if we mess with this.
Flight Recorder Analysis Station. System 4.12. Insert data recorder into slot. Flight recorder is too damaged to read. No data recovered.
Orbital tracking. Error. Tracking module not installed. Would you like to access the system files? Displaying system log. End of record. Unable to track current scan. Tracking module not installed. Entry not understood. Unable to process request. Ending program. Orbital tracking. Error. Tracking. System files not accessed. To access files, say access file. Invalid request. Ending program.
Greetings. This is the Mook vessel Callisto. A security emergency is in effect. Please do not interfere with the vessel, or I shall be forced to activate defense procedures. I am the Callisto Mook vessel. The Black Ship is known throughout the universe. Use extreme caution if vessel is known to be in territory. Caution, vessel is known to be in territory. You speak nonsense. You are not making any sense. You are not making any sense. The Mook are here on a mission of peaceful exploration. Do not be alarmed. Do not interfere. Closing user interface.
Found nothing.
Can you see who that is?
It's been quite some time since anyone visited the temple. I suppose I should have expected you sooner or later, though. News of your arrival has traveled fast. Vitalia Domina, it is you I am the most surprised to see. It has been a very long time.
Oh, it's good to see you, Lord Braffett. You have no idea how happy I am to be home at last.
I am certain you are, girl. You risked your life going with him, you know. Leaving the safe confines of Dominus, traveling through space with a madman. And your eye. What happened to your eye?
He took it. I don't know why. I tried to fight, but I'm no match for him. Look, I was young and foolish. I only thought I was adventurous.
He's here. Here on Dominus, you know.
Believe me, I know. His henchmen nabbed me before I even made it past the city walls. They locked me up. If it hadn't been for these guys, who knows what he might have done with me? I wish I knew what he wanted with me in the first place. I figured once I got home, I was free of him.
None of us are, Vitalia. He has built a tower here and claims it contains enough explosives to destroy all of Arnika. I suggest you be careful. It seems he needs you for some reason.
Trust me, he'll never take me for granted, or for anything else, again.
And you, fellows? You have the thanks of all Arnika for bringing her safely here. And you, too, should stay clear of the Savant. Welcome to the temple. I am well. I keep this temple here in Arnika. If there is anything you need, I will be here. You are welcome to look around. He is who he is. A good woman. Well, if there's no further help... Vitalia, yes. We are all fond of the girl. Yes, Miles, a wayward soul. Well, if there's no further help... It is just outside of town. Before the Savant arrived, it was a most peaceful place to be. Now, well, it's abandoned. And Zelm has taken all the brothers with him in search of the Destiny Dominus. And Zelm is my leader, well apart from Funzang, of course. I pray for him now as he searches for the Destiny Dominus. Without it, the Ascension itself is lost. I only hope he finds it before the Dark Savant. I don't listen to such things. We no longer bother to fly ships now. Everything that has gone into the air has come back down, courtesy, we believe, of the Dark Savant. I know too much about him, and too little all the same. I have never met him, but I have heard and seen more than enough. He comes to Dominus to claim our ascension as his own, to rise to the cosmic circle, and he has threatened to kill anyone who gets in his way. He built that monstrous tower in a single night, destroying a part of my city in the process. His troopers have claimed dozens of lives, and still, we are powerless over him. I cannot help but believe the Lords have somehow planned it to go this way, that perhaps it will work out in the end. But my faith is being tried. The Hegardi, what is left of us. We are divided in two, my race. Some of us stayed in Arnika to fight the troopers that came from the Dark Tower, to protect what is ours. Others, like Anselm, have gone to claim what was ours, the Destiny Dominus. It is not the best of times. Martin. Yes, he stole the Destiny Dominus. If you wish to inquire of him, perhaps you should ask someone at the HLL. South of here. I have not been in a very long time. Well, if there... I do have... It is not wise to stay here in Arnika long. My city is a shadow of its former self. You've seen the Dark Tower, the military in the streets. This is not what we once were. Most all my brothers have left, but me, I will stay. Please, let there be no mention of war here. They are unpredictable creatures. I have more important matters. Yes, I have seen them, but I am not one to judge. I do not know enough of them to judge them. You would do better to ask them yourself. They have taken residence in Arnika. I must say that they do not seem much inclined to talk, however. I have heard they are awaiting a representative from the Umpani or the Trang. I can only wonder what it is like. It is the most holy place on all of Dominus. From there, one can rise, ascend to the cosmic circle. Legend has it that in order to ascend, one needs to become like a cosmic lord himself, learning all that they knew. We believed the Destiny Dominus would show us the way, but it was stolen from the monastery many years before. It has already begun. Ascension Peak is where we look now. Diabolical creatures. If only we could destroy them all. The Hegardi Lunar Legion. You could visit them yourself. The gift of the Father to those here on Dominus. It was said to contain all knowledge. Now only the Father knows where it is. All because of Martin. Without the Destiny Dominus, there will be no ascension. I can only hope we find it before the Dark Savant. I do have things to attend to. Creatures, certainly not from Dominus, live there. They call themselves the Trang. The Father, the one who knows all. It is he who created the Destiny Dominus and he who looks over us all. Even now, I believe. Who I serve. I have heard that a group called the Umpani lives there. Dominus is a changed planet. Since the Ascension began, so much has changed. And to say the Hegardi knew it was coming is wrong. What we expected to happen is far from the reality we face. He is a good man. Incidentally, he knows a great deal about Martin. Certainly you have seen it. Everyone has. I cannot explain how it came to be. One night, there was a violent eruption. I heard rocks raining down on the roof of the temple. When I finally dared look out, there it was. I have said many prayers since that time. My order, yes. She's rough, but kind. I have more important matters to consider. I hope to see you again.
I was really looking forward to seeing him. I'll tell you something. You ever get hurt? Come back here and see him. Farewell!
First class.
Yeah?
Locked. Finders keepers. Hey, got something here.
Yes?
Taken care of. Finders keepers. Found nothing.
Should you need anything, you may find it here. We offer our magic, healing, and the like for a very nominal fee. Must have sent you. You're here for the wheel key, no doubt. You'll find it hidden safely in our temple crypt. So, Anselm feels the time has come to open Círdan's tomb and use his weapons. Then these are dark days indeed. I hope to see you again.
Bye-bye.
Company.
Well, I don't believe my eyes. Vi Domina! My goodness.
Helly, I could hardly wait to see you. It has been a long time.
Long? I should say so. You said you were leaving for a week. What's it been?
7 years, Helly. 7 long years.
What the hell happened, Vi? I mean, there's a lot of difference between 7 days and 7 years.
It's a long story. I've been from one end of the universe to the other. I got a bit more than I bargained for.
Did it have to do with, you know...
Him? The Dark Savant? Yeah, it did. I made some foolish choices when I was young, Helly. I never should have left Dominus with him in the first place, but I can't take it back.
He's here, Vi. Here on Dominus. At least that's the word I'm getting in here. Did you know that?
It's why we came back. Hell, I wasn't here 2 days before his troopers already had me. These guys came to my rescue. I can tell you all about it when things settle down. But first, let's get some drinks for me and my friends.
On the house, Vi.
This'll hit the spot. Thanks, Helly.
Sure thing. And you, Miles. I'm surprised Vi would be with the likes of you, but... You're just who I wanted to see. Your tab's way overdue. Interesting how you seem to be scarce whenever that happens, There's drinkers, Miles, and then there's super drinkers. I've seen them all, but I've never seen nothing like this. You owe me, Miles, and if you don't pay up, you and your friends will not be served in here again. And that includes everyone in here with you.
Wait, Helly, I can explain everything. It's not really me, it's just...
No, Miles, you're not sweet-talking your way out of this one. Now, you owe me money. You and your buddy's gonna pay up or not? It'll cost you. Good thinking, Miles. Good thinking. Now. Where are my manners? In all the excitement, I forgot... Allow me the pleasure pleasure of welcoming you to Helly's. We got the 3 R's all under one roof. Rumours, rooms, and rum. Try saying that when you're drunk. What can I get you folks? Tell you what, I'll rent you a room for free if you get rid of those hoodlums upstairs. They haven't paid their bills in at least a month. You take them out and the room's yours. I'll see you when you get back.
Bye-bye.
Booby traps.
Yeah?
Trapped. Ah, company.
Go about your business, please.
Welcome to Arnika Community Bank. How can I help you? Are you here to make a deposit or a withdrawal? Perhaps you have other business. Certainly. Are you interested in making a deposit or a withdrawal? Hello, how can I help you? I'm a friendly bank teller. Pardon me? Of course, but I'll need to see your bank card before I give you access to the safe deposit area. Thank you, all set. The safety deposit entrance is just down the hall. Go ahead. Goodbye, and thank you for visiting Arnika Community Bank.
found nothing.
Sealed tight.
Nothing found. Found nothing.
Nothing here.
For some hired guns, or swords, or whatever it is you've got. Might want to investigate it further. I told you all I know. What can I do for you? Oh, I'm always good. Yeah, my name's Helly. Of course, I get called other names, but there's usually violence involved. I don't want to keep you. Lord Braffett's in the temple. You don't actually think you'd find him here. I know him. Well, I don't want to keep you. Yes, I know her well. Well, I don't want to keep you. Oh, I hear lots of stuff. This is a bar after all. And when people get drinking, why, they say all kinds of things. I haven't heard anything worth passing along right now, but you come back often and I'll have some rumor for you, I'm sure. Well, I don't want to keep you. I'll tell you the truth, I've never seen him. Just his troopers. But I've heard plenty. In fact, rather than talking to me, why don't you ask Lord Braffett yourself? That's who I talk to. Right here in Arnika. Have a good look. Got one right in front of you. I know the name, but not the history. You might try Tremaine in the HLL. Trenton's a great place. I get most of my drinks from there, in fact. If you go, make sure you stop by Fuzzfass's Potion Palace and tell him Helly says hello. Sure, everyone buys their potions from Fuzzfass. I'd look in Trenton. I know the name, but not... This is it. Well, what's left of it. Haven't heard anything. They're the most dangerous creatures on Dominus, for sure. We've had a somewhat peaceful existence with them, but trust me, we never forget that they could and might kill us. If you remember that in all your dealings with them, you would do well. A little little secret between you and me? A lot of my best drinks are brewed by Trinies. They really know how to work liquid magic. Strange-looking creatures, but all right if you can get past looking at them. Nothing a few drinks can't clear up anyhow. They've set up shop in the old Martin's Bluff. Big fellas. Got a whole army here. I guess they followed the Dark Savant to Dominus the way they were talking. They've got a base over at Mount Gygus. Oh, I'm sure I'll be hearing something sooner or later. You come into a bar to ask about that? Try the temple. Well, if you don't know what they are by now, I'm not going to tell you. Sure. Hegadi Lunar Legion, security force. Braffett would know more about it. I suggest you talk to him. Talk to Tremaine about that place. He's over in the HLL. It's changed some, though, since those Trang things moved in. I know him. You come into a bar, do I? Due east. It's a good ways north of Arnika, you know, but worth the trip. Old Mountain's mostly full of caves, but I hear there's a group of Umpani there now. Not from Dominus, that's for sure. It's an awfully big planet. You have something more specific in mind? I don't really understand it myself. That tower wasn't there one day, and the next, it was. I didn't have anything to drink either, if that's what you're thinking. If I hear any rumors about it, I'll let you know. I suppose I should get back to work. Haven't heard anything. I know him. I'll see you when you get back.
Sayonara.
Everyone, look here.
it's been great. Look me up again, all right? I've always got a job going, and I can probably cut you in. What's the word on the street, guys? Say, I got a line on some new work. This gig is what I call an equity liberation. Very upscale. Here's the deal. See, it's troubled times in Arnika, and the bank has asked me to protect their interests. Now, the first place the bad guys would look for the bank's loot is in the bank's vault, right? So what I'm going to do is take the loot out of the vault before the bad guys can get to it. Very clever, huh? That's why people hire me. So, are you interested? Good. Now, my sources tell me there's an old tunnel that runs from the jail straight to the vault. If we can find the tunnel, we're in. Let's get going. I'm eager to get... I'm sure it's worth a little something to you. The old fort at Martin's Bluff, huh? Getting in there isn't easy, but it's possible. Your best bet is to go through the old mine tunnels. That'll get you where you want to go. Of course, last time I was there, it wasn't inhabited, so this info comes without warranties of any kind. Some creatures called the Terang are living there. Are you listening? Some creatures... Go east. Do you know I could ask around? No point just standing around here yapping. No point just standing... Of course I'll join. Let's get moving then.
You've returned. Interesting sword you have there. My brother Pharaoh must have made it for you. A wonderful piece. He is in the Rabag's castle, of course. Oh, I would recommend you stay away from our rift and our castle, little friend. Why, my more enthusiastic associates would likely enjoy dismembering you. Oh, I would recommend you stay away from our rift and our... until your return, then.